Welcome to Selling Tri-Cities, where we are selling more than homes. This project was created to share our love and passion for this beautiful part of the country that we are lucky enough to call home. We want to showcase the small businesses, the entrepreneurs, and the beauty that makes the Appalachian Highlands one of the most desirable markets in the nation. But most importantly, we want to introduce you to the people that make this area such a wonderful place to live. So join us as we sell you on our love for the Tri-Cities. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Selling Tri-Cities. We are selling more than homes with your co-host Gregg Pechmann and Aubrey. Today we are very, very honored to have Marissa and Mitch McGarry, the owners of Maypop Media, and they are also the ones who have kind of helped us get all of our Selling Tri-Cities episodes filmed and edited. And so we're just really happy to have them here and to really showcase their business and all that they have to offer. They do so much. So we're really excited to talk to them and just kind of show everybody how amazing they are.
Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you guys.
Thanks, y'all.
I'm just excited to be on a couch in your new place here. This is awesome.
Yeah, so we're actually in their studio. They just got this new studio downtown, and it is so adorable. It's awesome. We're using these really fun, fancy little mics.
That's starting to make me nervous, but we're okay. I think I'm staring at it.
Yeah, Greg is going to be doing all sorts of stuff over here. So first of all, why don't you guys kind of talk to us a little bit about how you guys got started in this whole business? Because I know you guys do so much.
Yes. Well, Mitch and I both have ADHD. No, I'm just kidding. We're both, yes, multi-passionate millennials, I guess you could say, that has led us to entrepreneurship. And we actually both have degrees in music. Okay. And music is a hard hustle.
Yes. Yeah.
But it does teach you a lot of great skills on how to get yourself out there and, you know, kind of, I guess, tips for business. Mitch kind of studied a little more of the back end of music, but I was more of a performance.
You play the piano, right?
I do. I play lots of instruments.
Okay.
But
Okay, well, hold on. Let's hear the
multi-talented.
I play the organ at church. I play piano. I played piano for a long time, but my degree is actually in percussion and like drumming.
Okay.
But I'm more of like a symphony player, so think of like marimbas and like timpani drums and I don't know, triangles.
Triangles, okay.
And Mitch got his degree at cowbell, yes.
Okay.
More cowbell.
More cowbell. And Mitch got his degree at ETSU, which is what led us to this area because we are both natives from Salt Lake City, Utah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, okay, that was going to be my next question is, how'd you guys get here? So it was from school we got here and so forth. So you guys met out there and then came together to...
Yep, we moved here just a few months after we got married, sight unseen.
Okay.
And we moved here.
Gotcha.
So yeah, but it's been great. I've always been involved in media to some extent. I started doing videos because I wanted to be like a YouTuber, right? And a blogger. I have some very old blogs from like the dark ages of 12 and 13 that are
We might have to
really exciting.
Pull those things up and blast them out.
We should have watched them prior to
Yeah.
this. We could discuss them.
Oh, believe me, I got some old videos. I
Yes.
was looking at myself like last week. I was like, oh my God.
Just
I gotta
last week.
delete, you know?
But yeah, I've always liked oversharing, I guess, which now I just see I've always really liked storytelling. That's why I love the arts and music and media and just storytelling in general. So yeah, I had made blogs and YouTube videos and stuff for a while, and a friend asked me one day to do their wedding video, and I was like, sure. And it actually wasn't that bad. Like I look back on it now, and it wasn't it was decent. So from there, that led me to kind of stepping into doing event media, and it's just like branched out from there, and we make a great team because we're both really creative and always being like, what's the next thing?
Yeah.
So
Mitch, how did you get started in it? So did you just kind of realize that she was really enjoying what she was doing, or did she say, you're following
the
me?
bandwagon.
Yeah.
the Marissa wagon.
That's one way to put it. I heard this
Relates,
word.
So I do mostly podcast production, and I do a lot of the business admin, talk to the CPA type of work as well. So, but yeah, I got my degree in music, and I was more interested in production. Love the creative process of setting up microphones and making things sound good and kind of the nerdy parts of that. And yeah, so I got into podcasting, and then yeah,
It's been a good niche for him.
Brought that into the business,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's been working pretty good.
Yeah, it was great because we were both kind of doing separate things, and we're like, well, this is all media. Why don't we just have like a media business together?
So what's it like being a husband-wife
Yeah,
team?
let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
The good, bad, and the ugly.
I mean, I love my husband, but he would never work with me.
Yeah.
Never.
Oh, you do
It's-
Project Barbecue all the time, so
Oh
you guys are
no,
still
that's his own
I
baby.
know.
He. I think that if he had to work with me, I don't know. I'd have a timeout closet for sure in the house. That he probably would. That's okay. I own it. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not for everyone, but it's like a dream come true for me. I've always, I don't know, I'm not always, but for many years I think about, I want to have a business. I don't know exactly what, but I'd love to do it with my spouse. And for a while I thought that was going to be like travel blogging or like DIY YouTube channel, or
You can still do it.
music band. We actually, when we first moved here, we played a lot of gigs around the area and played at the Blackbird Bakery and Hokey Smokies and all the things. So
That's awesome.
we've always loved to be together. But yeah, we're literally together all the time. So it's pretty
We
great.
always like each other a lot. That's
Even
awesome.
when we're not together, we're talking on the phone.
That's awesome.
So
All right,
I'd
so-
say the only downfall is just that you're always like, there's not really separation between life and business.
Yeah.
Which, can be a little bit draining sometimes. But I don't know, we just love it so much. We're always talking about, what should we do next? And, how did your meetings go today and your clients? And did you send the tax information here? And did you use the business card for this? So
One
it's
thing,
always,
one thing that's nice that we've done is we have created a little bit of separation within the business where I'm mostly here doing recording clients, and then she's a lot of times out filming videos and doing weddings and that kind of stuff. So we do have a little bit of a separation within the business, but then we also have, it is one business, so.
yeah, we have our
together.
specialty tasks, I guess, delegated.
Yeah, but that helps to kind of not, we're not always working on the same jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We mostly keep all that separate, which is kind of nice because we can then go our own creative.
Have your own paths, like your
Yeah,
creative
yeah.
paths to kind of do things.
Have you guys heard of the Clifton Strengths Finder? Did you ever have to do that?
No.
It's kind of like a personality test of types, but a lot of business or companies will have their employees take it and such. But we actually did it one time, and we have 2 of the same top 5 strengths, which is very cool. So we both had futuristic and maximizer in our top strengths, which maximizer would just, I don't know, how would you define that? Like,
I look at it as like finding the potential in something and trying to build it.
Yeah.
maximizing your,
Capitalism.
to me it's like multitasking,
Best
but
system in the world.
How can I make the most out of this? Yeah.
so I think we work well together and have a lot of fun.
So what's the toughest part about it? I mean, yes, to try to separate, but when you first got into business, it's tough, right? You're just trying to, gain traction and trying to move forward. What was the toughest part for you guys? Just saying, keep on saying, trying to encourage each other, or what was it at the beginning?
That's a good question.
I have one, but I'll let you answer.
Go ahead and
You want me to
answer
answer?
yours, yeah.
For me, like getting off the ground running, it was just finances, because there wasn't one person like holding down the fort while the other person experimented on their dreams, right? So it was all in, head first, no one to save us. We haven't had any help from anybody, and so we've just had to rely on each other and just believed that things would work out. And in the hard times, we would just find a way. So
I love that because I know we've talked to different people before, and we've discussed it that people who have a plan B often fail at plan A.
Yep.
Because they're always like, well, if this doesn't work out, I've got a plan B to fall back on.
Yeah, exactly.
And for people like, no, this is my plan A, like this is what I'm gonna do and I'm gonna make it happen. Like it's all or it's all.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that people who take those leap of faith and are go-getters like yourself and creative, and I think that's probably one of the biggest reasons why you see people be successful is because
there's no
like,
other option.
There's no other option but
You have
to succeed.
You have to. I mean,
Yes.
that's the thing. So I love hearing stories about that. Now, we talked about off camera, COVID. And you said it was the
Yeah.
best thing to happen in your business. So how was that? I'm curious about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mitch was finishing school during COVID, so he loved it because he
Yeah,
just
they
kind
have to
of,
walk from graduation. So
yeah, he just breezed through finals. The teachers had kind of given up at that point.
yeah.
So okay, hold on. So the first
There was
point is
no walk.
walking. Okay, I see that. Okay.
Yeah.
Which as an introvert he loved. He's like, yes,
so
I
you
don't have
go the
to.
boring part. Yeah.
Yes.
COVID hit, and we were kind of still in the beginning stages of everything. We were starting to see some success, and then it happened, and we were like seeing the whole world kind of crumbling. And you guys know as well as I do, all opinions aside. But we kind of thought, what are we going to do if we can't keep running our business? And we found that it actually helped us a lot because people were having smaller weddings. They weren't inviting as many people, but they wanted to have it recorded.
Video went from, maybe if we can budget it in, to the top priority.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's a bunch of people, grandma and grandpa can't come because they're high risk or,
Yeah.
or someone's sick or something. And so it became a much more important thing for people to have a video of their special day. So it really, we saw.
We did,
A lot of
all
growth.
sorts of online courses and content for businesses because they weren't able to have people come in. So
Yeah.
they had to get themselves out online.
And
it
Video
was,
like quadrupled, like
Yeah.
the
It
video
was-
business in general just quadrupled. I mean, it was your
Right.
way to,
Yeah.
just get businesses, like your business out or,
Yes.
in any industry whatsoever, like being able to
Yep.
be on video and to make
Videos
sure
are
you're
always,
still marketing.
oftentimes in weddings, they're oftentimes the last thing that they book. Because they're thinking more photography, the dress,
Flowers.
the venue is a really big important thing. And so video kind of gets pushed aside, but when COVID hit, it was like one of the first things that people wanted because
Yeah.
they wanted everyone to see it that couldn't be there.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
So was it live video, or you did video and recorded mostly? and then sent it out?
mostly recording and
Gotcha.
giving a nice quality product after.
That's great.
We can, we had done a few live streams and such, but yeah, I prefer a little nice quality,
Yeah,
and
that
I
makes
can
a lot of sense.
do
And
some
yours,
good
actually.
editing and storytelling and everything with that. But I was teaching school, and I quit, right before COVID happened, and I was like, oh shoot, self-employed. My husband's in school,
time.
but it worked out great. And shout out to Ashley Academy. That was my first job, like in the area. I was teaching music classes, and I still made a ton of amazing connections. Even though I just taught school for a year, and then I was like, I think I want to do my own thing.
Yeah.
But
And you guys do a lot of different, services. I know you guys talked about like the wedding, that was your kind of bread and butter, and still you do a lot of that. But now you guys offer, a lot of stuff from, obviously
Yes.
you do all of our videography for Selling Tri-Cities, you have podcasts, you can do real estate photos.
Yes.
So really you guys have branched out and done a lot of stuff. What was that like, kind of building that, or why did you guys decide to expand into all these different avenues?
well, I can only eat so much cake.
Maximizer.
I can only eat so much cake. I'm just kidding. Love weddings, and yeah, weddings were definitely a great lift off, and just like events in general, parties and things. And we had done music at weddings and events like that before I had started doing photo or video, but I really value personally, I love having like ongoing relationships with people, whereas weddings are kind of like a one night stand. It's like, have a nice life.
Yeah.
So great being part of the most important day of your life. But
Most of them.
yeah, and I've actually, connected with lots of wedding clients, and I'm still friends with a handful of them. But yeah, I really wanted to dip my toe in some other things, so that was a great time during COVID to also have a little bit more time to like experiment with some of the other facets of media, because there's just, so much. You can do so many avenues, so it's a great industry to be in. But at this time, we definitely still offer event coverage, and we have another team member who's not here, but shout out to Addie. And she is another hybrid shooter, so I've kind of trained her to be like me, where she can do photo or video. So if people want both, they can have it all in-house with our company, because I can't do both at the same time. And then we obviously have podcast production, which is Mitch's zone.
Yeah.
And, besides that, we can do a lot of other things too. Anything
even
photo or
taken
video related.
Pictures
So,
of like different restaurants and things like
yes,
that. And I feel like
product
that-
shots, branding stuff, marketing.
And I feel like that's
any of
big
it.
too. There's a lot of just new businesses who want to like highlight and showcase whether it's restaurants or bars
Yeah.
or clothing. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever it is, and to know that you guys can come in and
Everyone
do
needs
those types
content.
of product shots. I think that's awesome. Yeah.
A lot of times we'll go to a restaurant and really like it. This is kind of what happened with Project Barbecue. And go and look at their social media. And Alex does a great job on social media. Or like they need a highlight video or something. So I went up to this is when they had the food truck.
Yeah.
And that's how a lot of that stuff starts, is like, your food is really good. We'd like to, do something for you.
And I'm so
Highlight.
glad you did, though. I'm glad that you asked. I'm glad that you put yourself out there because obviously we have this wonderful relationship and you guys are so talented and fun. So
Thank you.
I'm glad that you guys did that because, that's how.
Sometimes you just have to
Listen,
ask and
yes.
put yourself out there. So not everyone's just going to end up in your email inbox and be like, oh, would love you to work for us. Some people will, but especially some of those other things that like we had wanted to try and free to fee, I call it. So we'd love to give you some free content and then maybe we can create some sort of a relationship later.
Find
But
a need. I mean, it's like the entrepreneurial
Yeah.
equation. You just
Free
find a
sample.
need and,
Yeah.
That's
find a
such an
solution.
important point because most people want to get paid like right now and this and that's my business and stuff. They don't realize how much they have to give before they start getting some back. And it's not so much you're doing it for that reason because you love what you do.
Yeah.
But the whole concept of, hey, let's help you out, let's give as much as we can, and then eventually, from like whatever avenue it's going to come back to you. So
Yes.
I love hearing that because
Yeah.
a lot of people don't even know that when it comes to business.
yeah, for sure.
So at what point did you make a decision to get this place? Did you say,
Yes.
okay, we are at max capacity, we need to have some place where we can establish?
Yeah. So this was kind of my decision making.
Oh, here we go.
She's like, yeah, Mitch.
It's growing on me.
She wasn't super fun.
I'm usually out and
Nice at
about, so I was
first.
like, oh, I don't think we need like, a really big studio, and I don't really want to
Yeah.
pay for it right now. And we just added our team member and everything, and I feel like we're getting settled there. But Mitch is like, I feel really good about this.
So first of all, shout out to Leighton Hart with Market Street Media. He I guess it was 2 years ago in October, he found out that we did podcast production, and he started Market Street Media to help people with their podcasts and produce them. And we ended up agreeing on terms, and I took on his clients, and
He wanted to go a different
Yeah,
way.
I bought his gear from him and kind of bought him out of that part of his business. And Market Street Media still exists. He does YouTube and a couple other things. But he let me use some space in the Beehive building.
Okay.
So I was doing that with the podcast, and it was great. It was a good little space, and developed some good relationships with my clients there and kind of helped them. I got in a groove with the podcast production, and then just kind of wanted a little bigger space, and then something that Marissa could use as well for photo shoots, and we want to do some small events here too. So just kind of, we wanted a space that was a little bit bigger, that offered more opportunities for us to grow. And the space I was using was just a conference room, which was great for podcasts, but didn't really have a lot of room to expand.
Yeah.
So that's why we invested in this little space here.
And now we have like a little casual sitting area, people to
No,
come
I
do their
was gonna say,
podcasts instead of a conference
might
room.
find me on this couch here as like a therapy session one day.
I was excited.
It's gonna be a
In
long session.
podcast. Yeah.
For both of us.
I was excited to sit down with you because I'd not seen it from this perspective, and it's actually pretty comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, we're usually on the opposite side of the camera, so.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
usually
she's usually, wait, that's okay.
Yeah,
Fine,
she's
that's
like,
fine.
10 minutes.
cut it down.
Like more wine,
Zip
more
it.
wine.
But we're excited to be in the like downtown scene is kind of fun, like the
Yeah.
exposed brick and everything.
Yeah, I love
So yeah, kind of just in this space. It's it's like by appointment only, but Mitch is here a lot, and then I'm gonna be doing some content making on the other side of this wall. Maybe we'll show a little B-roll pan. So I'm gonna be painting it like different colors seasonally and kind of advertising like, here's our setup of the month type of a thing. You can come in and have a little shoot. So like our next session we have coming up is like Valentine's, so I painted the wall pink.
I have to bring Sophia down.
Put some
We
little
can
heart
do a
decorations
mom
on there and
and
everything. It'll be cute. So I want to offer some sessions in here as well, and potentially rent it out like to other content creators in the area if they have needs for a space, because a lot of people don't have
Yeah.
a space.
Yeah.
So we would love to do that, and like some tiny desk concerts, and maybe fuse a little bit of our love for music and media and have little tiny, I don't know,
That's cool.
set up
Yeah,
in here.
I love that idea. I mean, you have
We have so many great local artists too.
Have people come in here and you can film it at the same time.
Get a
and
drink
it's-
at Johnson City
There
Brewing
you
and then
go.
pop
Back
over
over.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So we have some fun plans, and the future is bright. We're always talking about what's the next step, and we would love to maybe add a couple more members to the team, maybe to handle like social media marketing, and just keep up with the capacity of jobs, making sure that we can get content out fast, because that is the name of the game these days. Like, it needs to be good, but also it needs to go out fast. You got to have quick turnaround times. So that's kind of some of our plans for the future, but we love the area and we're staying here. We just bought a house in the spring, so we just want to keep being a part of the community and keep growing.
So Mitch, this is your bread and butter, the podcast and kind of like the behind the scenes types of stuff. What is your favorite thing that you do right now, Marissa?
Ooh.
Drive around and all day long, right?
I don't know. This is a dumb answer, but I love that every day is not the same. Like, I love going to weddings on the weekends and working with small business clients during the week and going to petite suites and taking pictures of their treats that they have for sale this week and just popping around, and it always keeps it fresh for me. So
I think that's a great answer. 'Cause
that's my favorite thing, is that I don't have a favorite thing.
you don't suffer from burnout very often.
Yeah. I don't feel like I'm going to burn out anytime soon, because it's always like, ooh, what are we doing today?
A question with technology, right? It's constantly changing, right? Once you
Yes.
figure it out, you got to upgrade, do something else. So tell me, how you guys handle that part with constant. I mean, trying to stay on top of it is
Yeah.
one thing, and then see where you
Yes.
got to go.
Like
kind of-
technology and concepts
Yeah.
in general. You know?
Right. There's kind of two parts to that. It's upgrading equipment for different, upgrading the space, and I didn't start with these microphones, started with some different microphones.
Sure.
And then you also have the constant change of, a new iPhone comes out every 3 months or something.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. But I don't feel like we experience that too much. The cameras we use, the microphones we use, they're all pretty good with industry standards. But it's mostly just investing in more equipment that helps the experience, I guess.
Yeah.
And the quality of it. And
Yeah.
I would say, like with social media, the platforms are always changing. So
Yeah,
trying to
that-
get it out.
Yeah.
I know Facebook changes all the time,
Yeah.
and the
What's
the edge
what's
rank.
trending and that kind of stuff.
Exactly, and
Gotta be a little
what's-
savvy on
Yeah.
top of
Yeah, and like innovative and
what are the
and
people
creative
doing
in
and
that aspect.
wanting.
Yeah, I think the editing process is the most important. Knowing what people need. For,
Yeah.
Like if it's a social media thing,
Just
reels are
reels.
big right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So we need to know how to edit those down into reels. Take anything, turn it into a reel
Mm-hmm.
for people. And like this, what we're doing right now, we need some reels from this, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And so how, if we don't know how to do that, it's almost irrelevant. To,
Yeah.
Everything's figure outable, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
great University of YouTube and
Yeah.
Google have many things to teach us.
And it drives me crazy when you get people like, I have no idea how to do it. Just Google it. It'll show you. YouTube it. It'll show you how to do it.
Yes.
And then you just get stuck. So.
But with that being said, we also, one more thing that we offer is like consults. So say you're maybe a local church and you're like, oh, we would love to have some great content, but don't necessarily want Mitch and Marissa to be coming over here 3 times a week to make content for us. That sounds like a lot, right? So we are happy to do consults with people to help them understand what gear options they could buy and how to set it up themselves, and kind of help people get a setup for themselves, because we also don't have time to be going over, 3 times a week somewhere. So, content's everything. We're happy to do consults with people as well, just to help them get a leg up. So if that's something people are interested in too, it's something we can help with.
Okay.
So if you are a realtor, if you are a small business owner, if you are getting married, if you have any type of event, if you have a corporate event, if you want to do a podcast, I mean, all these things.
A TikTok dance.
A TikTok, yes. That's
You know,
our next
you'll never
thing.
see me do that. You'll
Greg,
never
we're learning one.
You'll never see me do that. I'd probably pull a hamstring if I did that. So.
No, but thank you guys so much for
Yeah.
coming. So how can people contact you if they
Yeah.
are looking for your services? What is the best way to get in contact with you guys?
Just the easiest way is just to go to our website. It's just www.maypopmedia.com, or our email is hello@maypopmedia.com, and you can see some of the different sessions that we're offering, or ask about doing a podcast, or getting some marketing content, or a wedding, or the different facets of things should have different pages there on the website. So that's probably the best place. You can also find us on social media. We're always posting on there and on stories and hanging out with people. That's where you got to be social these
And we're
days.
located downtown.
Yes.
So.
Yep.
But we prefer if you don't just pop in, because sometimes we're recording.
Yes. Yeah, I was just about to give out the address. I'm like,
Maybe don't.
But yeah, we are located right behind Johnson City Brewing. So that's where you can find us in the future.
yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much, Mitch and Marissa with Maypop Media. They're doing great things. We're really excited for everything they have to offer. And join us next week for another episode of Selling Tri-Cities, where we are selling more than homes.
Bye.
Ciao.
Lipping in the name.
A floss.
Oh, the
Listen.
And I
floss.
can floss. That's probably the only thing I can do.
Well, show us.
No, not that's another. I need
Another
bottle of
podcast?
wine before
No,
I
no.
do that.
Next
Get it
episode.
So
loose.
nobody can see it.
I'll do it on podcast.
Nobody can see it.
If you are a small business owner or an entrepreneur and would like your business highlighted, please call 423-741-2564 or email aubrey.tellerico85@gmail.com. We would love to showcase your business.